Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Superstars of Wrestling Review Series for the 25th of September 1993. We've got three of these left. Mr. Perfect basically has a message for Shawn Michaels. He says he's going to take care of Michaels. He says that what Michaels did to the 1-2-3 Kid is completely unacceptable. He's not going to stand for it. He will get the Intercontinental Championship back. He will manage to get his power back, and he is super sure of this. So then we go to Adam Bomb and Kevin Kruger. Obviously, Adam Bomb's being pushed pretty heavily. He's here for about 2 years. I actually think they underdid things with him. Backstage rumor and innuendo, if you believe it, is that the Click had trouble with him. Who knows? I know that when he came back in 2001 after the WCW purchase, that the Chronic team with he and Brian Adams didn't work out. Johnny Polo's still here. Johnny Polo still adding to the act, I think. I don't think Polo ever really wanted to be a manager, but the money's nice, and making it to the big dance even in 1993 is nice. Power by Bomb and using basic kicks, basic stuff. Bomb manages to get a toss off. Big clothesline by Adam Bomb, and he's pretty aggressive, assertive. Johnny Polo on the outside's happy with what's there. Odd to see Adam Bomb, with chin locks and other really basic stuff. But Bomb basically never leaves his feet. Back suplex by Bomb from an offensive maneuver. When I say leaves his feet, I'm talking about offensive maneuvers from the enhancement talent here. Power bomb 1, 2, 3, and it's over. And face to face, IRS and Bam Bam Bigelow basically talk about teaming up. So maybe they've abandoned the Adam Bomb team. Who really knows? Anyway, that's kind of there. Razor Ramon and Brian Costello. Typical Razor enhancement talent match. I think they're moving towards the Intercontinental Championship deal here. Don't know that they announce everything, but it's kind of there uh, within the next week or two, because I remember seeing it in this getting ready for things here. Costello, basic enhancement talent guy. Razor lights him up with a couple of punches, lights him up with a couple of chops, does the overhead slam, and, ultimately kicking at the guy. Really basic stuff. No wasted motion from Razor. Guys who are bigger, let's say 6'5" plus. Really, if you want to learn to work as a big guy that draws money, please watch Scott Hall. Watch Razor Ramon. Love the discus punch that Razor does. Love the Razor's Edge, the inverted suplex, all that stuff. Just always looks strong, always looks larger than life, gets the victory, and Razor certainly gets the victory. Here, update on the Quebecers and Steiner Brothers. Basically, Steiner Brothers sold the tag team championship with the Marquis of Quebec rules. Could win by disqualification. I believe that's where the alignment between Johnny Polo and the Quebecers begin. Todd Becker and Bastion Booger up next. Don't really understand why they continued so far with this gimmick. I don't ever remember Booger doing anything of note. I also don't really remember him having any major feuds, but they're still trying with the gimmick anyway. Sends him into the buckle end to the outside. Booger does the splash spot against the post, and always nails it on a jobber, but never on someone that isn't an enhancement talent. Forward slam there. By this point, though, it's sad to see, because Mike Shaw is a shell of his former self. He sits down, does the sit down splash. 1, 2, 3. We got a winner, and 1, 2, 3 Kid and Jack Reno is up next. 1, 2, 3 Kid, they're still pushing really aggressively. And the more he gets involved with the Click, the more guaranteed his push remains. This is my favorite time of Sean Waltman's work, honestly. I love the 1, 2, 3 Kid run right up through when he leaves in '96. It's awesome to me, and I always enjoy it. I don't think he ever fit as the um, as the sixth member of the NWO. It never worked for me. I mean, he was a bumping heater, and then coming back, the DX thing never fit for me. I did like his tag team with Justin Credible, the X Factor thing, in 2002, 2003, 2004, whatever it was. But that's a little later. But anyway, Kurt heading out there to watch the kids back. Kid manages kicks and sliding leg drops. What's interesting is he's so speedy that you almost think he's missing the leg drops. Anyway, speaking of missing, Kid misses the drop kick in the corner and gives the enhancement talent a little bit. Sean Waltman, probably one of the better guys at doing that. Also big into the martial arts thing, spin wheel kicks, jumping kicks, and just real basic kick-related stuff. Rolls through, does the kid manages to get things going in his general direction, and ultimately does quite well for himself there. Manages to get the victory. Then we move on to a pollution promo, basically. Ludwig Borga saying that the WWF, Lex Luger, America, it's all trash. And then we move to Tatanka, Barry Horowitz. Ludwig Borga, I don't think ever really got over to the level they want. I think he's out by early '94. I think he was supposed to be at Rumble '94. Matter of fact, I remember media there. The one pay-per-view I ever attended was Royal Rumble '94. Had floor seats about 7 or 8 rows back. Was a really good time. Really memorable all these years later. Yes, it was goofy with the Undertaker casket match and Rising from the Dead, but it was a really fun time anyway. And I remember a friend went with me and found a girl that he was enamored by at the show, and they kept in touch and tried to date and all this stuff. Oh, to be a teenager again. Anyway, big backdrops and ultimately, hip tosses. Tatanka runs around, and Barry Horowitz catches him with a shot to the back. Horowitz always manages to get a few offensive maneuvers in. Never anything that's out of character for him. Never anything that doesn't work for who he is. But it's always there. Anyway, Tatanka manages to fire up, hit some chops, and the Samoan drop. 1, 2, 3. Tatanka wins. Face to face with the 1, 2, 3 Kid and Shawn Michaels. Basically the same as last week. Kid doesn't deserve the opportunity in the Intercontinental title. Kid thinks he does. Kid's grateful for the opportunity, and that's what's there. Smoking Guns against Tom Stone and Dan Rubens. Smoking Guns are probably, I would say, the most pushed tag team in the territory at the time. They managed to kind of bounce around a bit here, and lots of regular tags, lots of arm work by both guys, drop toe holds and the like, real basic stuff. Guns look like $1 million. Must have been hard. I'd actually love to ask Billy Gunn. What the heck was it like to wrestle in jeans? Must have been difficult. I can't imagine having the mobility you want in jeans. Anyway, big body slam by Billy. Billy always kind of the power guy of the team, and Bart more the finesse and also the guy that's going to do the finish. Speaking of finish, they hit the pile driver like they normally do. Undertaker basically makes the lights fade. He wants a piece of Yokozuna. Amazing. They're setting up the Royal Rumble feud here all the way at the end of September. So we're talking about October, November, December of '93. They're setting it up, building to the Royal Rumble. Obviously, Taker on the Survivor Series team with Lex Luger. That's a big thing. But also, behind the scenes, Yoko and Taker really good friends, so they elected to work together. Anyway, that'll close us for today. We'll go into October of 1993 here on the Superstars series. We've got nearly 1,000 audios. My goal is to have up to between 4,000 to 5,000 by the end of 2021.